What's up, guys? Jimbo 203 back at you another one. So, the protesters have now set fire to the police station at the 3rd Precinct in Minneapolis. And also, President Trump is tweeting some pretty nasty stuff about the mayor, who's the same mayor that called for the arrest of these murderers, and nothing has been done. So, you can't blame it on the mayor because he's a Democrat. I'm sorry, but Orange Man is not right with that tweet. I agree to send in the National Guard to stop it, but on the way in, why don't you pick up the murderer and lock him up and the guys who watched him murder a guy in cold blood? And then we'll break this up and stop talking shit about every fucking Democrat because it just ain't right. Not all Democrats are causing this or that, and not all Republicans are idiots. Not all Democrats are idiots. It's crazy that you use politics in a time like this.
Of an African-American man in police custody, ignoring calls for calm and instead escalating their anger, even setting fire to a police station. And in just the past few hours, President Trump weighed in on the violent situation. Mark Lehman is following this story and the overnight developments and all this. So, Mark, was anyone inside that police station at the time?
Yeah, no one was inside. Luckily, the building was evacuated earlier in the night. That fire highlighting a situation that continues to spiral out of control during calls for justice. Video from above shows the Minneapolis police precinct burning as protesters surrounded the empty building. For 3 straight days, anger has been sweeping through the Twin Cities over the death of George Floyd on Monday.
This is what happens. This is built up to this.
Peaceful protests have demanded justice this week, but there's also been widespread looting and destruction. Something prompting tweets overnight from President Trump, one calling the mayor of...
Yeah, so this is the tweet from Orange Man. I can't stand back and watch this happen in a great city. A total lack of leadership. Either the very weak, radical left mayor Jeffrey Frey get his act together and bring the city under control, or I will send in the National Guard and get the job done right. Why are we playing politics in a time like this? The mayor don't want this to happen. The mayor is calling for the arrest of the murderer. He needs help, I agree. But we shouldn't be playing politics in a time like this. And also, I do blame the people for doing shit like this, but also you gotta understand, like, every single month, maybe more often than that, this is happening. Look at Georgia, look at the EMT and the other place, look over here, like everywhere you look, someone's getting shot down, by the police or racists. It ain't right.
Minneapolis week, saying there's a lack of leadership in the city.
Donald Trump knows nothing about the strength of Minneapolis. We are strong as hell.
The outrage from protesters coming after video surfaced of Floyd being detained on suspicion of passing a phony $20 bill. The clip showing an officer kneeling on Floyd's neck for several minutes until he lost consciousness. The 4 police officers involved have been fired and are now the subject of investigations by the FBI and Justice Department. However, many say they want more immediate action.
When we weren't setting fires and we weren't burning down buildings, all you said is just everything takes time. Well, the time's up.
Now, during all of this, the Minnesota National Guard has activated 500 soldiers, and President Trump says he has spoken with the governor of Minnesota about the possibility of getting the military involved. Now, we are continuing to follow the unrest coming out of Minneapolis and the developments. We will keep you updated with any new details we learn throughout the morning. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Mark Lehman, Getting Results, News 6.
Thank you, Mark. Meantime, breaking overnight in Kentucky, police say 7 people were shot at another protest. This one for an African-American woman shot and killed by police in her apartment. Breonna Taylor died back in March while police were serving a drug-related search warrant involving someone else. Protesters are calling for the officers involved to be arrested.
That's another example there. That's what I'm talking about. So they went to serve a warrant on a guy who was already in jail and ended up shooting this lady because her boyfriend shoots when they kicked the door down with a no-knock warrant. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. The guy was already in jail that you got the warrant for.
We're keeping a close watch on both of these violent scenes. We will let you know as soon as we get updates.